Hi everybody, welcome to this edition of Inside Scoop, where we talk to current neighbors and friends about upcoming events in our town. Today I'm here with Chief Adam Riegel, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having us.
And Tim Hartnell, the president of the Fire Foundation Board, of which I am proud to be a director. So what are we here to talk about today, Tim?
We're here to talk about the referendum on March 20.
Oh boy.
And we're here to talk about how we can support our men and women and how we can make a difference for the community that we serve. The Patch had a great article here this past week.
I saw that.
Really that laid the case out why this department needs help. We don't get, because we are a fire district, we don't get any support from the village. And this is all based on referendum. And we have not had a referendum, I believe, since what, 1989?
That's correct,
yeah.
yes.
So because of that fact, the needs of the district have outgrown the resources for which we're working with. When you look at what, and I think the Patch article does a great job of it, when you look at the Patch article and you look at what our fellow fire departments are using, whether it be Manhattan, Frankfurt, or Mokina, and compare that to what we're even asking for, we're still significantly less than what the other fire districts are operating under. And it's a case, quite honestly, when we go out and buy a fire truck, it's not a $50,000 expense. No. We have equipment that is way past its service life that needs to be replaced. Chief could speak better to that, but I know that, for example, a new fire engine for us is going to be somewhere between $650,000 to $750,000, depending on how it's equipped. Right. The tanker that we bought the fire district now, I think 5 years ago, it was used at the time we bought it. It's reaching its service life. The tanker is what allows us to service our rural area more efficiently. Because of the efficiency of the fire district, they have applied with the ISO, which is the insurance organization.
Correct.
That helps determine what fire rates are. And the reason that's important to the community is very simple, because the lower the ISO rate, the lower your insurance on your home or your business. Now, that has not been approved yet, but because of the efficiency and the leadership of the chief and the administration, we're looking for a significant decrease in our fire district rating this year. In some cases, that will pay for the majority, and maybe even in some cases pay for all of the increase that we're looking for. So when you look at what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it, I'll tell you what, New Lenox Fire District is probably one of the best bangs in Illinois for good, efficient government.
So, Chief, talk to us a little bit about the fire department. We have 4 stations, correct? We have Fire Station 1 over by the Metro station.
Yes, yeah.
And then
Station 2, which is on North Cedar Road, just south of Francis.
By Ranch Frosty. Everybody knows
by
where
Ranch
that
Frosties.
is.
Yes, that's a great landmark in New Lenox. Station 3, which is on Nelson Road, just a little bit north of Laraway and just south of the Canadian National Tracks there.
Okay.
And then Station 4, which is on Schoolhouse, just south of Francis.
Okay, so on the borderline of Mokina.
Yeah, it's completely surrounded by the village of Mokina, but because we're a fire protection district, we protect the village of New Lenox, parts of the village of Mokina, Homer Glen, and all the township area of New Lenox as well.
So what would this referendum passing mean to the firefighters?
We're looking to just be able to maintain the current service we're currently providing. Right now, the amount of tax we get in barely break even with our payroll. So we're trying to be able to operate in the black and be fiscally responsible, to keep everything above board. So
the population of New Lenox has increased significantly over the past 5, 10, 15 years. And about how many, can you take a guess on how many average calls you make in a year?
Well, last year in 2017, we ran 4,200 calls roughly.
Wow, so a couple every day practically.
Yeah, we run multiple calls every day, and a lot of times we run multiple calls at the same time.
So there have been numerous fires in New Lenox, most recently on Route 30 with Ace Hardware and I think Burger King and maybe a couple others. And they've been there for all those, and they put their lives in harm's way every day.
Yes, we have a group of talented people that love what they do, and are very good at what they do. And just even the fires are one thing, but the day-to-day medical calls and stuff. In 2015 we instituted a cardiac arrest management program, which we've seen amazing success with. We went from a 3% save rate if somebody has a cardiac event like a heart attack to almost 25 in 2017.
Gotcha.
So that's a huge percentage increase from 3 to 25%. One thing is it does take a lot of manpower, but we've seen the benefits of it, and want to continue providing the best quality care we can for the people of New Lenox.
So Tim, what can the folks of New Lenox do to help with this cause?
It's really very simple. Talk to your neighbors. All we're asking for them to do is read the information in the patch. There's an article coming in the patch. Read the article that's coming out in the Patriot. If you have questions, call the fire district. One of the reasons why, a part of the reason why we're able to be so successful with this cardiac program is because of the 12 lead cardiac machines that the foundation purchased when we first got started, 9 years ago now almost. So this is a team process. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to make a difference in the lives of the people that we serve, those that visit our community, but also keep our people in the safest possible situation. Every time our folks have to go up to Route 80, you got cars whizzing by you, they're trying to save lives. It's a very dangerous situation. And so to me, it's always important that as a community, we try to help those that are trying to help us. And when you look at the efficiencies, once again, of this fire district, what it's done, considering its call volume has quadrupled since Silver Cross. Silver Cross has been an incredible blessing to New Lenox. Nobody disputes that. But with that has come an increased volume, increased service requirement, increased runs, which puts increased wear and tear in equipment. And I'll tell you what, to me, when you're looking at an average of less than a trip to McDonald's a month for a family of 4 for one meal, that's all we're talking about. If we can keep and increase our service levels, and you've got a little one that's hurt at school, and instead of us getting there in 10 minutes because we got to drive across town, we can get there in the matter of a few minutes. Those few minutes can mean the difference of being here or not. So what you can do is really very simple. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends. We need people to come out and vote and support us.
And what's the date of the vote?
March 20. March 20 is the vote. We need your support. The foundation is asking for your support. If you have questions, you can reach out once again to the fire district. You can reach out to my office at 815-462-0023. You can either talk to myself or my assistant Sandy, who's also a director. We're here to serve the community. None of us on the foundation gets paid. We're here because we believe in these men and women. We believe in what they are trying to do, and we are just blessed to try to support them and try to do the little we can to make their situation better.
And I know I've said this before, but I'm on a lot of committees, a lot of boards in New Lenox, but the Fire Foundation is my favorite because I really feel like we're doing something. And I was talking to you earlier before we started filming that I met a young man who lives 2 blocks from me who drives 45 minutes to another town to be a firefighter because the pay for the firefighters is so low here in New Lenox. It's like the lowest around here.
Yeah, we're in the ballpark everywhere else in the area. But we're still one of the lower ones in the area even. But yeah, especially even if you travel up north just a little ways, the pay goes up significantly for firefighters.
So what's the worst case scenario if this doesn't pass?
The worst case scenario is the board will have to decide what we do to make sure we stay fiscally responsible and stay in the black. It could come down to service cuts, staffing reductions, possibly having to close a station.
Oh gosh.
It just kind of depends on how far we have to make cuts to be able to stay in the black and fiscally responsible.
But I think one thing we need to remind folks that are from the Chicago area or Cook County, they're used to those villages being supporting the police and fire. We do not get any financial support from the village, okay? And that's because we're a fire district. It's nothing against the village, that's got nothing to do with it. It's because we're a fire district. We service how many miles? 30?
Just under 36 square miles.
Just under 36 square miles. We're a fire district. And because of that, and because we're not getting any support from the village, this is crucial. So the key question is this: if grandma's having a cardiac event, if you're having a cardiac event, if someone is sick, if someone is injured, if we have a fire, we want the ability to provide not only the stellar service we provided in the past, but greater service in the future.
Absolutely.
We cannot do that based on 1989 income. It just doesn't work.
So anything else either of you two, Chief, if you would like the folks out there to know, just get out there and vote on March 20th?
Just kind of leading on what Tim said a little bit too, like you said, because we're a fire protection district, the only taxes we receive are property taxes. We don't receive any sales tax, any other type of tax like that. We do ambulance billing, which even for New Lenox residents, we do bill their insurance, Medicaid, Medicare, but no out-of-pocket costs for them. We will never send them a bill after that. We accept only what the insurance pays.
Yeah, exactly. So are there any town meetings scheduled or anything?
Yes, we are going to have 3 town meetings in March. Those are going to be on our Facebook page.
Okay.
So if people want to come to those are all scheduled at the atrium at Gatto's. And the times and the dates will be there. They're all in March, and they are being confirmed up now, and they will be on our Facebook page.
Yeah, we'll scroll those on the end of the show too. So
Right.
if we can do that to help out, that'd be great.
And those are open forum meetings. I'll be there. The chief will be there. We'll be glad to answer questions. Once again, we understand the frustration of taxes. We do. We understand it. But when you look at, once again, a trip to McDonald's for a family of 4, or actually less than a trip to McDonald's, we're talking, in some cases, $12, $15 a month.
Right.
That, to me, is not a lot to help
save a life.
To help save a life,
Right,
and that's what we're about.
Okay, so thank you both for coming today. And New Lenox, March 20th, get out there and vote. See you around town.